Hello and welcome back to The Last Door. So I was watching a trailer for a new horror game, which is basically a point-and-click adventure game, 2D, which had real-life cutscenes in it. I'll give a link in the description, and the name will show up on the screen because I can't remember for the life of me what it's called. And it reminded me of this game I played way back in 2013, so almost like over 10 years ago. So I had a quick look on Steam, and Season 2 was out, the Collector's Edition, which you see now on the screen. So I thought I'd give this a go, as a little bit of a break from Stardew and from Spiritfarer. So, let's get the show on the road. Now, this game is going to be like 4 episodes, so I'm going to do one video per episode. Per chapter, rather. Since it was 10 years ago, let's go through this. This will be worthwhile. Jeremiah DeWitt, alerted by the suicide and mysterious letter of his friend Anthony Beechworth, went in search for the memories of his past that he had lost. DeWitt discovered that in school he had taken part in a strange experiment. Its goal was to peek through the veil, the thin line between common reality and the world of horror and madness that lies beyond, under the watch of the Eye of the Bird. During his search, he was inoculated with the drug they had used back then. The serum made DeWitt's mind travel for a few hours to the dreamlike realm of the veil. There he met his old classmate, Alexander Dupre, who urged DeWitt to join his cause and cross with him to the realm of the bird. When DeWitt woke up from his trance, he found himself deeply convinced by his friend's words and travelled to Dupre's house, where he discovered his friend had dosed himself with a new serum, leaving a catatonic body behind. The new drug was capable of transporting the mind permanently to the veil and beyond. Finally, DeWitt found a vial of the serum and had it injected. He met his friend again in the veil, and together they walked through the last door, entering a world forbidden to human eyes. DeWitt's therapist, Dr. John Wakefield, worried by his patient's disappearance and strange visions, has sought the help of his colleague, Professor Johann Kaufmann, an expert in the occult. Searching Anthony Beechworth's house, Wakefield and Kaufman found a disturbing returned letter in which Anthony had tried to warn Alexander Dupre of what could happen if the doors opened. He feared something from the other side might come to ours. So this is very Lovecraftian horror. They are coming. None of us could prepare for this. Visions screaming were merely a warning. And now it's too late. They are coming. Last night I had the nightmare again, but this time it was different. This time he talked to me. It was the same unknown street, void of any sound and life. I walked aimlessly, as if I were lost. Then I could hear it, the broken tromping on the wet cobblestones, the familiar sound of approaching limping footsteps. Then, as before, he stood in front of me, gazing unrelentlessly, like he was expecting something. This time he spoke. Give me back what he took, nothing else. Give me back what he took. No, I've fallen asleep again. That's what beds are for. What time is it? Time to invest in the watch. Dawn already. It is time. Right. Horse is looking a bit worse for wear. It was several months before Kaufman and I had found the mysterious letter in Anthony Beechworth's house. A letter never sent, but a cryptic warning of what would happen if a certain door were opened. It bore only the name of the addressee, Alexandra Dupre. We felt sure Dupre was the key to finding my patient and friend, Jeremiah DeWitt, who had disappeared in such strange circumstances. Well, not strange, you could have watched my first video and found that out. Troubled by the death of his friend, Anthony. DeWitt had visited the school of his childhood and had never been seen again. Kaufman soon conveyed to me his deep concerns and warned that I should conduct any investigations with the utmost discretion. He pursued his own research. Though his thoughts and methods remained a secret, in his last letter he requested that I visit East Hill Lunatic Asylum in London. There were reasons to believe that Alexandra had been institutionalized there for many years. I was asked to confirm this hypothesis, and if it proved correct, to gather whatever other information might arise. Yeah, the asylum has now been converted into Houses of Parliament, where the nut jobs reside and work. Out London town. So, East Hill. Season 2, Episode 1, The Playwright. So this is East Hill Lunatic Asylum. I hope I can find information on Alexandra Dupre here. So you have options. So the lens allows us to see various things. We can go, characters take us to random places. Right now this is the only place we got. Let's talk to the boy. Does my character have any money on them? Probably not. Good morning, boy. Will you give me a newspaper? Yes, sir. It's sixpence. Bloody extortion. afraid I don't have sixpence. Can you make change for a shilling? I'm sorry, I can't, sir. But you know where to find me when we have the coins. What can you tell me about this building? The asylum? I've never been inside. And hope I never will. It's full of crazies, you know. Well, yeah, it's not failing the Trade Description Act. Have you seen anything unusual around here? No, but maybe if you bought a newspaper. Goodbye, boy. Alright, let's have a wander inside. So, that way and that way. Let's wander over here. What do we have? Yeah. Someone writing or drawing. A few cardboard sheets lie on a bench. Each shows a perfectly symmetrical design in black ink. Ah, a symmetrical ink block test as designed by Rochkar, or however Rochak, or however his name's pronounced. Good morning. Ah yes, a lovely morning. Sunlight, a quite fascinating character. I beg your pardon? The light, it makes everything look different, you see. Light touches things, soaks into them, and changes their nature. It makes them shimmer, or makes them die. Do you live here in a hospital? What a stupid question to ask. I do indeed. My family is generous benefactor of East Hill. They have me committed, but I don't blame them. They're just incapable of appreciating my art, or any art. For that matter, they mistake it for insanity. You have some curious drawings right there, beside you. Oh, you mean those? These. They're only the art that makes any sense here. The doctors use them to cajole some patients into revealing secret inner truths. I won't return. I won't return them to the doctors until they've returned the art they've stolen from me. What are you drawing here? There. I'm not just drawing, my friend. I'm trying to feel the light, to translate its power to the surface of the paper. Those animals don't like it, though. They don't want me to succeed, so they take them away. They take away my drawings, and they study them, and then they laugh, because my eyes can see the light, and theirs are blind. But someday, everyone will understand. Who are they? The ones who took your art away. Ha! Those foolish caretakers. They hide behind a big mirror where they think themselves safe, and they look at me. They observe me. They even take notes. Do you know a man called Alexander Dupre? My name is Dr. Wakefield. I'm looking for a man who lived here some time ago. Would you happen to know one Alexander Dupre? The name does not ring a bell. I've not been here long, though. You should ask the other patients. They may be able to help you. Some have been here for many years. Or you could ask one of the others, the brutes who keep us here. Where are your drawings now? Would you happen to know where your drawings are now? I suspect they're somewhere in the archive, since I've seen confiscated items taken there before. You seem different from the rest. Can I trust you? I've been trying to sneak in there for days now, but Miss Riswell keeps a tight guard on the door. I even stole a key from one of the guards. You're a doctor. Surely you can gain entry. If you could recover my drawings, I would be so grateful. Here, take the key with you. I must go. Have a nice day. That's my attempt at voices. I'm not brilliant at it, but yeah, let me know if you want to continue making a fool of myself. Right, that takes us outside. That takes us back to where we were. I guess front door? Very gloomy. The rose window brings a solemn air to the room. An oil picture portraying Dymphna, patron saint of the psychiatrists, but also of those who suffer neurological disorders and victims of incest. She was killed by her own father, who chopped off her head after she refused to marry him when her mother died. That's a pretty sensible refusal. A portrait of a severe-looking man, most probably the founder of the institute. A scene, bucolic landscape with gentle colours. A bookshelf. The books are not volumes on psychiatry or other medical science, but old serial novels for patients to read. So I had like a hat stand, a desk, a plant. Let's talk to the lady. Good morning, madame. My name is Dr. Wakefield. I'm a psychiatrist. Oh my! Good morning. Forgive my manners. I'm just so excited when we have visitors. We don't get many these days, and certainly we're lacking experts like you. What do you mean, you lack experts? Every year we get less funding from the Crown. First the doctors started to leave, then it was the caretakers, now very few remain. But we have a responsibility to our poor patients, do we not? We must care for them all. We cannot be out living with the proper people. We must keep ourselves safe, and our patients too, of course. I'm looking for a man who used to be a patient here a few years ago. His name is Alexander Dupre. Do you perchance have ever met him? Alexander Dupre? Yes, there was one with a foreign name. But if you're my rock, it's not foreign. I must remember something of him. A good man. I remember something of him. A good man, if I recall correctly. An educated man. There was something strange about him, wasn't there? I believe it scared some of the other patients. You never know with this lot. I'm sorry that I can't remember too much. There have been so many people here, it's hard to keep track. Have you worked here long? Yes, a long time. I can scarcely remember how many years. Time goes slowly in here, and the isolation. Rules don't allow us to leave. I don't know what is happening in the world anymore, but we have our duty, do we not? Who else will care for our patients? May I request access to the Institute's archives? There should be some information about the man I'm looking for, Mr. Dupre. I'm sorry, Doctor, but the archives are private. We must not allow anyone to access them without proper authority. Many of our patients come from good families, you see, and we take great care to respect their privacy. Do not look so crestfallen. You would not find much in any case. It's a long time since they were being organised. That was an effort. If you're expecting any high-pitched feminine voices from me, you're going to be mistaken. Since my near-death experience to smoke inhalation, my voice will not go any higher. This must be the recreational wing, where the patients relax and pass the time. Perhaps here I can find someone who met Alexander Dupre while he was institutionalized. Oh, what do we have? A sunny beach lapped by waves of a gentle sea. A stone bust keeps the patient's silent company. A marble bust of Hygeia, Greek goddess of physical and mental health. A cheerful pastoral scene. The warm decoration of the room suggests a great deal of sensitivity to the patient's moral needs. I forgot to turn off Discord again. A variety of old-fashioned landscapes that portray nature as tame and welcoming. And maybe to Guernsey then. Yeah, we've got two people we can talk to. A man wearing a worn-out military uniform, lost in God knows what thoughts. Let's go and say hi. Excuse me, sir. I cannot help but notice your uniform. Were you in the army? Leave me alone. You do not want to talk about... You don't want to talk to a coward such as myself. Sir? Leave me alone. I'm just a coward. Sir? Leave me alone. I'm just a coward. Good morning, madame. My name's Wakefield. I'm looking for a former patient at this institution. The rambling. She doesn't seem to have noticed me. Madame, if I may persist, have you been living here for long? The rambling. I'm looking for a former patient of this hospital. You may have met him. An eyeless gaze. I'm looking for a man that you may have met. His name is Alexander Dupre. That provoked a reaction. Steady now. Oh, sorry, I skipped that. Good morning, I'm a psychiatrist, Dr. Wakefield. Quite an impressive institution you have here. Can I ask for your assistance? I'm looking for a former patient of this institution. His name is Dupre. I'm sorry, sir. I've never heard of that name before. Maybe one of your senior colleagues will know something about this former patient. Well, you could ask Miss Riswell in the entrance hall. She's been here for years. Maybe for too long. You know we caretakers live here with the patients, and we are not allowed to leave the asylum's premises. This life can get to you if you don't take proper care. I try to keep as much distance as possible from the lunatics. The asylum's quite big, but I can't help noticing there aren't many patients around. Well, apart from those in the isolation ward, it's true. There are not many patients at present. But there are even fewer of us to caretakers now. We are only 3 for the whole hospital, and from what I've been told, in the old times, the income was enough to provide for everything we needed. A complete staff, proper accommodation for the patients, and the best doctors. But as newer, bigger regional asylums were built, the Crown support has gradually withdrawn from East Hill. Soon everyone started leaving, and this is what remains. I'll leave you. Well, thank you in any case. I'll leave you to work in peace. Alright, so we have a door down here. No comments about the painting. Let's go inside. Ooh. Dark as the room is now, I can see through the false mirror. There is a man on the other side, heavily restrained, desperately trying to free himself. He has the expression of unbearable horror on his face. Piece of metal. Cool. A glass jar full of transparent liquid that may or may not be water. There's a coin resting at the bottom. Ah, we need a coin. Don't know what it does with the water, but hey, I'm not on the question. Looks like a therapy log. Edward Roan, 27, acute dementia, September 25th, 1891. Mr. Roan's condition has degenerated since the last session. He is restless, as if the morphine has no effect on him. For the last week he has been obsessive, troubled for reasons unknown. The patient's dosage has been doubled to no effect. Dr. Wendell has been attacked and bitten in the face. 4 men were needed to subdue the patient, Mr. Roan. 3 markings were found on his body upon examination. Self-harm is a possible cause. Mr. Roan is getting better day by day, both physically and mentally. His habits have changed considerably. He now shows an interest in religion and spends his time murmuring prayers, albeit ones unknown to my colleagues and me. Oh, we've already seen that bit. Okay. everyone here. So I can get a newspaper now. Find out what the kid knows. A newspaper, please. It's 6 pence, sir. Use coin on boy. I would like a newspaper. 6 pence, isn't it? Here. Thank you, sir. About the asylum. Alright. You know, there's always voices coming from the place at night, crying, singing, and the inhabitants cursing like damned souls. That's the usual. This night was different. It was all silent, I tell you. Not a single noise on the whole street. I looked at the madhouse and saw all of the windows black, no lights. Everybody sleep in that place? Now that's strange. Then I heard it. It was a scream like no other I've ever heard. Not of a man or woman, but of the devil from hell. That's very curious indeed. Thank you for telling me. Sure. Goodbye, boy. Goodbye, sir. Let's see if we can go to the archive, see if we can sneak past the old lady. I'm sorry. Old lady's voice. I'm sorry, sir, the archive is off limits. Well, we can beat her a piece of metal. Use a key. Here, have a newspaper. Why, thank you kindly. How thoughtful you are.